Caitlin Clark is the only woman in basketball to ever sign with Wilson Basketball, and she's the only athlete since Michael Jordan to do so.
If we're comparing a Caitlin Clark signature shoe release to anybody not named Michael Jordan, anybody not named LeBron James, you're being extremely...
Prepare, basketball fanatics. Music, Nike's billion-dollar business, could be severely harmed by what recently surfaced, which is appending the sports world. It's not a rumor. Senior executives at Nike are frightened of this significant turning moment. Music, the $200 billion global sports conglomerate, believed it had discovered a once-in-a-generation talent. Music, women's basketball's Michael Jordan. Given her enormous impact, Caitlin Clark's $28 million 8-year contract seemed like a great deal. Nike thought they had discovered a reliable source of revenue. However, Nike's entire marketing team were perplexed when Wilson, yes, the ball company, released an advertisement that was so masterfully done and emotionally impactful.
When you strip away the noise and the bright lights, it's just the game you loved as a kid.
At this point, things start to become crazy. Wilson used basketballs rather than shoes to accomplish this. However, the ripple effect has the potential to drastically alter the sport's marketing strategy. Imagine the current situation at Nike to see how he came to be here. The company's value has decreased by more than $100 billion since 2021, and its pricing and reputation have drastically declined during the last 3 years. Investors sought leadership changes as a result of the harsh criticism, and the CEO eventually resigned. Even after severing connections with Yeezy, Adidas continued to turn a profit, while Nike continued to grow. This quarter's revenues are expected to drop by 11.5% to $11 billion, the biggest decline since the 2020 pandemic, according to financial analysts. Music, Nike's new CEO, Matthew Friend, pledged a return, despite critics like David Schwartz of the Morning Star arguing that ostentatious new designs won't make up for years of shoddy planning. For Nike to develop a brand new product line worth billions of dollars, it might take years. Then came Caitlin Clark, a generational athlete 4 times more popular than any male collegiate star and twice as well-known as Angel Ree. Every brand wanted her, including Curry's label, Adidas, and Under Armour. However, she picked Nike because she had faith in the corporation that shaped her identity while she was an undergraduate. The sneaker that was expected to revolutionize women's basketball was much anticipated by fans. Instead, Nike caught everyone off guard. Clark's signature sneaker wouldn't be available until 2026 or 2027, but Yo Wilson would receive hers beforehand.
But today was the Nike quarterly call, putting to rest any rumors that A, this wasn't a done deal, and B, there are renegotiations at the table. Something that this did clear up as well is looking like Caitlin Clark's shoe is coming in
Amazing. 2 to 3 years worth of shoes. Music, that's absurd. In 2003, Nike was so eager to sign LeBron James that they began making his sneakers before he did. Under the secret code name Air Zoom Generation, LeBron made his NBA debut. It took just 3 months from concept to court. Nike used to travel at that pace.
Comparing a Caitlin Clark signature shoe release to anybody not named Michael Jordan, anybody not named LeBron James, you're being extremely disingenuous. Extremely disingenuous. We can't compare abnormality to normal behaviors. We can't compare the extreme case, the rarest of the rare case, to an average Joe Schmo walking down the street singing do I did dum diddy do. We can't be doing that. We only compare Clark to Jordan, Clark to James, Clark to Tiger, Clark to Gretzky, Clark to...
Nike now has a 3-year delay instead, Music, of a 3-month design cycle, an indicator that there is a major problem within the organization. Debate arose in the media after Caitlin signed her contract. Awarded that Clark had not played a single minute in the WNBA, some questioned why she should have been awarded a shoe before Wilson. Music, but what sells is what matters in capitalism, not fairness. Tim Duncan was a superior player, however, Allen Iverson sold more trainers than Duncan. Due to weak sales, Nike attempted to launch Duncan's brand twice, Music, but Duncan seemed uninterested. He was conscious of the commercial element. However, why Wilson is not Duncan. In Nike advertising, billboards, and commercials, she is prominently featured. The issue is that she has made inflammatory comments regarding privilege and white athletes. Obviously, she's good at basketball as if it were an afterthought. She remarked in an interview about Paige Booker, suggesting that Paige's success was a product of her privilege.
Dave reminds me a lot of you. Like, it's not really about me. And she knows how her privilege has gotten her to that point. And also, like, she's good at basketball. Like, she understands her privilege and like, pushes her over the top.
Then another startling discovery was made. Caitlin Clark was left off of the USA Olympic team. History refutes the assertion that she hadn't yet earned it. Despite never having played a minute in the NBA, Christian Laettner was a member of the 1992 Dream Squad. When Diana Taurasi first joined the 2004 Olympic team, her stats were almost exactly the same as Clark's. Clark is excluded 20 years later. She dominated the league as the finest possible response. Music, best rookie in almost every statistic, fourth in MVP voting, first team all WNBA, and the face of a huge viewership gain. Over 1 million people watched her games on average, which is more than 3 times the WNBA's average audience. Music, her playoff debut sold more tickets than any previous WNBA games put together. In order to accommodate her audiences, the Washington Mystics had to relocate to a larger venue. Everywhere she performed, she broke attendance records. In the end, even Team USA acknowledged that it was a mistake to leave her off. However, Nike was paralyzed by politics and fear and still didn't know how to deal with its biggest celebrity. Wilson then launched another attack. Their latest advertisement was more than just marketing. It was a masterwork of storytelling. The Q opened it. It's just the game you loved as a child when the sounds and flashing lights are turned off. Fans saw it right away. Wilson investigated the unadulterated emotions of love, passion, nostalgia, and basketball. Conversely, Nike's attempt to satisfy everyone was unsuccessful. Music, Caitlin Clark, the first female athlete to sign with Wilson and the first athlete to have such a collaboration since Michael Jordan, was at the center of it all. The phrase, Caitlin always basketball, will stick in your head. Easy, strong, and disastrous for Nike. Wilson has gained control of the game as Nike falters, demonstrating that when you concentrate on the sport rather than the politics, spectators pay attention. Their team examined every aspect of Caitlin, including her interests, sense of style, favorite colors, and personality, in order to produce goods that accurately capture her uniqueness. The campaign debuted on June 23rd to widespread praise and was considered as one of the best basketball advertisements in recent memory. Pure, sincere, and driven solely by a love of the game.
Seems like she's probably going to make more money overseas in EuroLeague than she did during this WNBA season. The commissioner told her that she...
As Wilson launches a stunning commercial featuring Caitlin Clark, Nike's silence over its biggest women's basketball star is becoming increasingly apparent. Music, because they are too scared to utilize shoes. Nike is using basketballs to make their point. The contrast is excruciating. This is what happens when a brand allows fear to override vision. Clark consented to a $28 million, 8-year contract with Nike. This is an incredible contract for a well-known athlete who has already shown that she can enthrall fans and sell stuff like no other player in the history of women's sports. But Wilson, a business they never saw as a danger, has taken center stage thanks to their caution. The irony is depressing. Fearless symbolism was the foundation of Nike's business. LeBron James, Tiger Woods, and Michael Jordan, players who altered culture in addition to dominating sports. The same energy is present in Caitlin Clark. However, Nike is too preoccupied with business politics to notice it. Wilson, however, is fully aware of what they possess. They do more than merely make basketballs bearing Clark's name. They're trying to convey a sense of creativity, sincerity, and love for the game. They have a lot of confidence in their campaign. It honors brilliance without caving in to social media noise or public pressure. The most terrifying thing for Nike is that Wilson's commercial has perfect music. It's not simply incredible. It captures the essence of Allure by Caitlin Clark. Her perseverance, her honesty, and her bond with her followers. Music, you don't consider agendas or disputes when you see it. It brings back memories of your early passion for basketball. Music, Nike has failed to capture the spirit of great marketing. Wilson's ad is now well known on the internet. Music, millions of views, countless shares, and compliments from marketing experts and fans. Music, they recently demonstrated that competence, authenticity, and emotion are the three key components of success in contemporary sports branding. Everything else comes into place once you have the hang of those. Music, it's an obvious message. Nike's approach is fearful rather than audacious. They are squandering the greatest marketing opportunity in women's basketball history because they are so afraid of public outrage. Wilson, meantime, is forming a lasting relationship with a generational athlete who has the potential to revolutionize sports branding for many years to come. The basketball community is keeping a close eye on this. Other businesses will pay tribute to their celebrities if Nike doesn't. Wilson only demonstrated the process for them. Their advertising was flawless. Nike needs to wake up because Wilson is creating history while they are concentrating on damage control. You can either succeed or fail in athletics, just like in business. Wilson just demonstrated that they currently control the game. And this is only the start. The nightmare for Nike is over. It's here already.